Good evening, all. Whew. I got my Shabbat Shalom Daddy's Home sweater. Candace merch. Representing. I love Candace. Our episode today. Whew. They wanted receipts. Now they got them. Of course this is what they're gonna do. They're going to manipulate. They're going to distract. They're going to redirect. And they're going to turn it around and they're gonna play stupid. That's what they're gonna do. And they're gonna blame everybody else but themselves. They're gonna blame everybody else. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna do. It's never their fault. We have to recognize that. It's never their fault. They're perfect. They're perfect. They're perfect little liars. I was a big fan of that show growing up, actually. That said, man, I had so much come to me in the last... Jeez, these people are crazy. They're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. They really are. It's just ridiculous. Seeing grown people act like... I don't even know. I can't even wrap my head around it. I truly can't. Some of the conversations I have to have in my day-to-day with people, and I'm just like, I'm not sure how many times I got to answer a question for you to get the answer. But if you won't keep asking me the question, I'm going to keep giving you the same answer. The answer doesn't change how many times you ask me the question. In whatever different ways you ask me the question, the answer is going to remain the same. It's going to remain the same. The first time you asked it and the 10th time you ask it, it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same. Why? Why is it going to be the same? Well, because when I'm answering it the first time, I'm answering it authentically. I'm answering it truthfully. I'm answering it genuinely. So there's that part of it. Secondly, I see between the manipulations. I see between the tactics. I see between the illusions. I see between all the little games that you guys be playing. I see it. I see it. You tell on yourselves. You really do. And I hope it's worth it. I hope the money is worth it. I really, really do. Because you're just looking like a jackass. Excuse my French, but you just are. And I just don't understand where you have to be at in the mindset to play these manipulative games on the regular basis with just general people on the day-to-day basis. Like, but then you see it on the full front with everything going on with TPUSA and Erica and Trump and all these people. I mean, it's crazy to me how they genuinely, intentionally choose to live in a world where they play manipulative games on the fly, on the regular. And they genuinely, intentionally do it for mind control. And they don't see a problem in it. They don't see any problem in it. They're amazing. They do nothing wrong. They're like Mikey McCoy. They're amazing. They're amazing. They're all amazing. Or tremendous. I think I heard that in an interview with, was it Andrew Kovac or Blake Neff saying, Erica's tremendous. Like, who uses tremendous when you're describing somebody? Like, unless you're being extra. That's an extra comment. Anyway, I'm getting off subject here because I don't want to make a lot of videos, truthfully. I've been watching Marshalls. I was a huge fan of Yellowstone. And so I've been watching Marshalls with Casey Dutton, and I freaking love it. It's a good little show. And there was a lot of nuggets I took out of the show. Like, New Paths has familiar bumps every day as a test. New Path has familiar bumps every day as a test. Man, I feel that. New Paths do have familiar bumps, but every day is a test. Why do new paths have familiar bumps? Because you take all the previous bumps you went through and you learn from it and you gain from it. You gain wisdom, you gain knowledge, you gain fortitude, you gain perseverance. And so you take all those bumps and you apply it in your new paths because you're going to have bumps. And so you approach it differently, but every day is a test. And so there's my little spin on it. You find out who your friends are when you don't have what they need. That's the truth. That's the truth. You do find out who your friends are when you don't have what they need, or what they're looking to gain from you, or what they're looking to handle with you, or what they're looking to manipulate, or what they're looking to siphon from you, or better yet, what they're looking to steal from you. What they're trying to steal from you. For whatever reason, they got conjured up in that little mind of theirs. This is what you have to look for in friends. You find out who your friends are when you no longer give them what they need. As soon as I pulled back and I was like, whoa, this ain't right. What y'all got running here is not normal. It's not normal. Okay? Everybody went sideways. Completely sideways. Completely sideways. As soon as I woke up to everything and slowly started piecing everything together, Everybody went sideways. So I very quickly learned who my friends were because I could no longer give them what they needed. What did they want from me? They wanted control. They've always wanted control over me. And so as soon as I took that back, they were gone. They were long gone. And I didn't look back. I wish them love and light, and I hope they're living the life they deserve. I hope they are living the life they wanted. I truly do. I got no bad blood. Am I sad? Am I disheartened? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I would never wish on to them what they did to me. Period. And I take that to the grave. And they know that. They freaking know that. They absolutely know that. Competing with people who operate in ego, you'll never win the battle, so why fight? That came to me earlier today. When you can recognize between people and who is operating in their ego and who is not, when they're operating in humility and they're operating in humbleness and they're operating in recognizing that they're not always right, they don't always have it figured out, you can figure out between the two. You can figure it out. And so when you find yourself on the fence competing with people with an ego, you might as well not fight that battle. You're never going to win somebody that's moving in their ego. Never. It's a dead end every single time. I can vouch for it. I've got the receipts. You're never going to win that battle. They're always going to be right. They're always going to manipulate. They're going to conjure up lies. They're going to conjure up fake receipts. They're going to conjure up whatever it is they need to do. Because they're operating in their ego, because it is very difficult for them to come to the realization that decisions and choices they made weren't great. Instead of just taking accountability or having a compromised conversation and making it make sense, they don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. You need to ask yourself, like Candace said in reference to this whole thing with Erica, why in the world are they so bent out of shape in reference to screenshots and things coming out in reference to investigation and truth? If they did nothing wrong, why do they care? Why do they care? They have nothing to hide. And this is what trips me out with me in my day-to-day and things that I've walked through. It's like, I know they've doubled down. I know that's why old Benny Boy's in hiding. I know. It's freaking evident, right? But it's like, if they have nothing to hide, they wouldn't have doubled down against me. I have absolutely nothing. I'm ready for an investigation. I'm ready for a very thorough investigation. Very. I'm ready for subpoenas to go out. I'm ready for text messages to come out. Everything that's been deleted off my phone, let's bring it out. Let's go. I'm ready. But they don't want to do that. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why? Same thing with Erica. Why? If she did nothing wrong, why are you guys going to these links? Oh, because you don't want to taint the jury pool. Please. Please. Like, we have a true, authentic justice system at this moment. I mean, I'm not saying everybody in the justice system is corrupt. But do I feel as though the justice system is being ran by the corrupt? Yes. Yes, I do. And I have my own lickings on that. And so it's like, you can't sit here, and this is what they do too. They'll throw out things like jury taint and things like that. That bends to their ear, that bends to their knee for their narrative. For their narrative. And if they say it, it must be so. And it is okay to say it. But when other people balk back and they ask questions and they share their truth, they got a problem with it. They got a problem with it. They don't like it. Well, if what that person is saying is lies, then why would you care? Why don't you go ahead and pull out your receipts to prove that what that person is saying is lies? Why don't you start there and then circle back? But they ain't doing that neither. And so in your mind, you have to ask yourself these questions in this world right now. You just do. And that's where the free thinking comes in. They want to have control over you. They want to have control of the trajectory of your future. Because by controlling you, it controls their future because they make money off you. I mean, they just do. In all different facets, all of us. And so, again, agree to disagree. There's another video that I'm going to make